If you know you don't have a good son, don't force him to marry. He's about to waste the life of another young woman. Because I'm worried about sons who can't control their temper. I'm worried about sons who don't value women. I'm worried about sons who have not learned fidelity. I'm worried about sons who do not know what it means to be the priest of their homes.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaomi, aka Petite Diva. And in this video, we're talking about the role of parents in ensuring that their sons are good husbands and good fathers. Now, while this guy was asking why the women of this generation are getting divorced, why their mothers are still in their marriages.
Doesn't it bother you that our mothers are still in marriage, but many of their daughters are divorced? It goes to show that as far as marriage is concerned, there is something fundamental we are missing in our generation.
This pastor had something to say about how parents are grooming their sons to be lousy husbands and lousy fathers by concentrating all the good training on their daughters but allowing their sons to run wild.
You know, I sat back as I finished praying last night. I knew it was Father's Day today. And God said to me, the challenge of fatherhood is basically a fractured sonship. Adam was a bad son to God, and Adam cannot make a good father. It is very easy. I can tell that that family was going to get into trouble. We wake up and we want men to become good fathers overnight when they were never good sons. The father is not responsible. He's not, and that's what I'm telling parents here. Raise your sons to understand responsibility. And you say, be responsible and get married. Nobody gets responsible because they got married. That's the truth. We talk to the women. You're a woman, stop talking. You're a woman, don't do this. You're a woman, stop playing rough play. You're a woman. We let our sons play all the rough plays. We let our sons hang out and come back when they want, and then we are on the neck of the women. You can't come back by this time. We succeed in training the women better than the men, because what we succeed in saying all the time is that because he's a boy, he's a boy, he's a boy. He hangs out and you notice that the guy has started smoking. All this, man, he's a boy. He's a boy. And this is the boy. Very soon you start getting panicky. You know what? You need to marry. If you know you don't have a good son, don't force him to marry. He's about to waste the life of another young woman. Because I'm worried about sons who can't control their temper. I'm worried about sons who don't value women. I'm worried about sons who have not learned fidelity. I'm worried about sons who do not know what it means to be the priest of their homes. I'm worried about sons who do not know what it means to save. They don't have good financial sense. You want them to get married? No. And to every of my girl here, listen to your pastor say, the next time he wants to be a husband, check out what he looks like as a son. The next time he wants to be a husband to you, take some time, find out how are you as a son. You can't wake up and want to be a father. What do you know you're going to teach? Right now, we're still trying to rein you in. Who you want to now go and rein another person. Then what do we say to you? When you look at your child, what do you do? Which kind of advice are you giving? So all I'm begging every mother here, you see the one that is still a son to you, let that child, let every son know. No, we don't do that here. No, you don't run. No, you can't have your way because you're a male. If you want to do it for both the male and the female. Don't let them know your sister can go to bed and you will watch television. Who are you? Check how they honor their mother. If they don't have value for their mother, they will not have value for you. I'm telling us the truth. Pay more attention to the guys. You can't misuse time. You can't mess things up. You can't talk the way you want to talk because you can't go and come back the way you want to come back. You can't wash the plates because you have sisters. Like who said that? You can't cook because you have sisters. Very lazy husband. Mothers, I am talking to you. Teach them to get into the kitchen. They are grown enough and they want to eat. It's not talk to your sister, talk to your mother. That thing that you have is in your hand. Go and light up the stove or light up the gas and cook what you want. Cook. We will not excuse the rudeness of men. We will not excuse the rudeness of our sons, and we will get on the neck of our daughters because they will be married. No, that's unfair. I just sat back and I just said, Adam was a bad son, and there's no way he will make a good father.
Now, Pastor Jerry, that's the name of the person speaking, the pastor speaking. He's a popular pastor in Nigeria. He spoke about the role of parenting in ensuring that men are good fathers and good husbands. On the last Father's Day, so he was talking about how a guy cannot be a good husband or a good father if he's not a good son. And he was laying all the blame and responsibility on parents. He was saying that they should stop saying that their son is a boy. So they excuse a lot of his excesses, and then they keep on training their female children to be responsible, but they don't train their male children to be responsible. He was telling them to make sure that their sons understand responsibility. That people that used to say that when the son get married, he will become responsible. And he was saying that thought is wrong, that you don't become responsible when you get married. You're supposed to be responsible before you get married. That if you get married and you're not a responsible person, you will be a lousy father and a lousy husband. He also highlighted the fact that with female children, a lot of parents are very strict when training them. But with the male children, they allow them to do as they please. And then in the future, they now become a problem and they are looking for ways to resolve it. And he was saying that he is so bothered about the fact that there are a lot of irresponsible sons, irresponsible men that will not end up destroying the life of the women that they end up marrying. So he was saying mothers should stop excusing some of the things that their sons do just because they are males. He also said that he does not understand why some men will be saying that they cannot cook because their sisters are around, their mothers are around, that they have a problem washing dishes, they have a problem going into the kitchen, and he's saying that is wrong on all levels. He also spoke to women and said that if a man does not value his mother, that he is most likely not going to value you as the woman, you as his wife. So that women have to be very careful when choosing a partner. Now, people had a lot to say about all that he said in the comment section of the video. Quite a lot of women supported what he said. Some women shared their own experience in the house, how their parents treated them versus how their parents treated their male siblings. Someone talked about the fact that our brother actually slapped her because he came to the house and there was no food, and it was not even our responsibility to cook that day. It was our older sister's responsibility, but she was the one that was available in the house, and he slapped her. And when she told her parents, they did nothing. So another person was praising her mother-in-law because she said her husband is very responsible, is a good father, is a good husband, and that she is so lucky that her husband's parents trained him well. Personally, when I saw that message, when I watched it, I was shocked. and I was impressed, because in Nigeria, not a lot of people will openly say that this is what is causing the problem, that we have a lot of men that are not good husbands and good fathers. They will just try and make it seem like it's all about the female, it's all about the wife, that the wife should do a lot of things, and they will excuse the man. For him to actually say, this is what is going on, the parents were the ones that started the rubbish, and now the men have grown up to be irresponsible and being a menace to their wives. And the other guy was wondering why they are divorcing, because women nowadays are not even interested in enduring what their mothers endured. Like I said, I was very impressed. I was very shocked that he actually said that. Now, like I said, in Nigeria, a lot of people will excuse the man, they will excuse the parents. And when you begin to call out the parents that they are the ones that allow their sons to run wild and be what they are now, a lot of people will be attacking you as a female, that you are the one that's supposed to hold the family together. You cannot be accusing anybody, that you should just manage the men how they are. And if you say no, they begin to say that feminism is the one that is causing a lot of women not to be able to endure and the rest. Now, some people might say that he called out the mothers more than he called out the fathers. But if you are a Nigerian or an African, you will know that it's usually more of the mothers that enable the nonsense that their sons are doing. Because even you as a female child, if you call out your parents on how they are allowing their son, your sibling, to misbehave, they just tell you, oh, he's a boy, that's just boy energy, boy excesses and all the rest, that don't worry, he will change. And it's personally, I heard that a lot, and it irritates me when people use that as an excuse for some of the atrocities that some of these guys do. And I'm like, why are you saying he's a boy? Isn't it supposed to be a decent human being? So I get why he was calling out mothers more than the men. Now, this video can explain why he called out the mothers more than the fathers.
Just proves that all the daughters of boy moms are not exaggerating.
You should go watch that video, because what came up for me is a realization, and I've always said this: boy moms are just simply retired pygmies. These women tend to have this parenting style that's very permissive and like low-key emotionally incestuous. They tend to coddle the sons in a very unhealthy way, that the sons are not able to really free themselves in adulthood. Maybe you'll hear of the term mama's boys, but that is not the same as having a mom that was a boy mom, because a man can be a mama's boy and the mom doesn't even have to be a boy mom. But there's something about a boy mom that's very problematic. It creates a very unfair dynamic within the home. Pick-me moms that are also boy moms, they tend to use authority to kind of subjugate the woman to unfair roles, or subjugate them to, women to very domestic submissive roles, while simultaneously coddling the sons and enabling the lack thereof. Like the way in which they pour into the daughters to kind of be like this independent or mommy 2.0, or center the sons tend to benefit from that. So boy moms tend to grow up with this very unhealthy relationship with women. And it's really because of how they were raised within the household, especially when it comes to the mother that had very permissive parenting. So if you were in a household with a boy mom, like the ways in which maybe your mom did not allow you to go out and do anything, all she really subjugated you to do was stay in the house and be mommy 2.0, and also simultaneously center the son. So those same sons will take those behaviors out into the streets and feel like the way in which their mother raised them and allowed certain things, and also what they saw their sisters go through, like they truly believe that is how it's supposed to be. And mind you, we're looking at the women that were under the same household with boy moms. Those women tend to grow up to be hyper independent. They have a lot of trauma from being a parentified child. It's boy moms centering the son so much in a way that makes you question, like, why are you loving this son the way in which you really need to be loving your husband? And also, too, when I think about boy moms, it makes me wonder if they receive adequate love from their husbands. Usually they don't. they tend to love the son in a way in which they never got a chance to love their son's father. So we have this passive neglect of the daughters. Meanwhile, the sons were like coddled and enabled to do these things that were quite inappropriate or unacceptable in traditional dynamics. So those sons also have this very unrealistic view of what relationships should look like between man and woman. And also what I've noticed is boy moms tend to make the daughters center the son in this very slave-like submissive way that puts the son on this passive pedestal. And it's so strange. All I know is whenever I hear boy mom, I just think it's a pick-me woman. And if she has a daughter, I know for a fact she has traumatized that daughter. Is there anyone that was raised in a household with a boy mom that does not have trauma? Please come forth, because I want to see. Maybe I'm wrong. But let me know.
Even though I wish that he dragged the men too, but most of the men don't even know better. And then again, in the African setting, it's usually the women that are the homemakers that are supposed to discipline the child. It's when the child is not doing well that they call the fathers to discipline the child more. In most homes, that's the way it operates. But I wish he drags the men, because some of the sons are saying what the men are doing, and that's why they grow up to be lousy husbands and lousy fathers. Now, there was a part that I didn't 100% agree with, and that was the part where he said that if a man does not value his mother, he will not value you as a wife. And I quite disagree with that, because some men value their mothers because their mothers excuse all their excesses, and they are not good husbands, they are not good fathers. They do a lot of things that their mothers will support, would encourage, and it can be very annoying if you are married to such men. Now, like I said, it boils down to training of the man by his mother, because a mother that excuses all the things that her son does is really, I don't know if that's good training. So that part I don't completely agree with. A son that values his mother might not necessarily be a good husband and father. Now, a son that doesn't value his mother, when you know that his mother is a good person, definitely will not value you as a woman. Anyway, I thought the message was appropriate. I thought it was nice to hear a popular person actually tell it as it is to the parents and to the men. Some men actually said that he was allowing feminism to enter his mindset, enter his preaching, and I'm just not understanding what that means, because I don't understand what he said that was wrong. They don't want to become decent human beings. They don't want to develop characters that are worthy of being a good father and good husband. They just want to continue to be the same way they want to be, and that the women should just accept it. Because what did he say that was wrong? What's feminism about being a decent human being? I don't understand. Any which way, that is my thoughts about this topic. I don't know what you guys think about this whole discourse. I would love to hear your own opinion. Do you think what is said was wrong? Do you think it's all about feminism? Do you think that parents need to train their sons better so that they can be responsible and decent human beings? They can be good husbands and good fathers. Now, if you are a female and you have a male sibling, how did your parents train you? Were they more strict with you and less strict with your brother? I would love to read your comments about your experience, so please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.